What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV. I'm your girl, Lady T. And tonight we are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. So let's get into it. Now, y'all, this episode, like I said last week, gave me everything that I needed. It didn't disappoint, like I said, because it's a build-up. This episode is a build-up to the fuckery that is about to happen next week. Next week, it is about to go down, okay? So, anyway, y'all, let's get into it. So, the episode opens up with Kenya. She is meeting with Roger Bob, a.k.a. the Invisible Man. It's mighty funny that he makes time for her, but he can't make time for his own girlfriend. Makes you want to say, The things that make you want to say, Anyway, so they talk about all her ideas for her upcoming projects that they're supposed to be producing together. Well, one of them was called As the World Twirls or Twirl On. I don't know. But anyway, it was basically a parody of her life. And she was just throwing shade at all the people on Atlanta Housewives that she don't like. And I'm just like, really? Like, she's saying the person, no, is a 50-year-old pole dancer and she should be played by a man. And then she got this other girl named Alfina. She's another Republic, a pastor. I guess that's supposed to be Phaedra. And anyway, she said the 50-year-old pole dancer should be played by a man. And the person who's supposed to play whatever that person was is supposed to be like another Republic and a pastor supposed to be played by the Seven Dwarfs. And Roger Bob is looking at her like she freaking crazy. Like, and I don't blame him. I mean, this stuff does not make any sense. It is not a reputable project, piece. It's not. It's not anything. This is not how you pitch a new show. It's basically your way of getting back at people that were mean to you. It's like, are we in high school or what? And that's why Roger Bob, people was not feeling that. And that's why he kind of let her down easy, like, look, I'm going to help you as much as possible, but I ain't going to really be involved like that because I got two, projects in the works and I'm going to be in LA. And I'm like, basically telling you, this shit is going to fail and he don't want shit to do with it. That's basically what he's telling you. Anyway, then we move on to Phaedra. She talks to Dr. Gregory. She's known him for a while, and she wants his advice about letting her children see their father when he goes to prison. And now, while I do understand Phaedra's position, which is that, she doesn't want to expose her kids to an environment where there's going to be murderers, molesters, robbers, all that sorts of things. But like the man told her, young children at that age don't have a grasp of what prison is. All they know is that they're seeing their father. And if you don't let them see their father, they're going to hold you responsible. And I agree. Phaedra, I get where you're coming from with this, but you need to let them kids see their daddy. You need to put your personal feelings aside and let them see their daddy. I mean, I'm not saying let them go every week or anything like that, but they should see him on a semi-regular basis because those are his kids. You got to put your feelings aside, boo-boo. And on the other end, we got Apollo talking to his lawyers because Apollo is really concerned that she will not let him see his kids. And I respect Apollo, excuse me, y'all, to the fact that he really does love his children. He wants to be an active parent as much as possible. So he's doing everything possible to ensure that at least he'll be able to see his kids. And I almost feel sorry for him, but then again, I don't, because you made your bed in, you have to lie in. You have to lie in the bed you made in. That's just all it is. And while I empathize with you in your situation that you're going to be kept away from your children and you don't want that to happen, you committed the crime. You need to take that into account. Like, I think a lot of people do not take into account when they commit these crimes the consequences that it has on not only them but their family and their loved ones, you know. So anyway, then we have Portia and Nene. They are meeting up for lunch, and basically it's just a shade session. They talk about how, you know, Claudia and Kenya and all them don't have careers, they don't have no money, you know, and stuff like that. And Portia also lets Nene know that she is having a party. You know, the Ricky Smiley show is throwing her a party to welcome her to the Ricky Smiley family because, you know, she just landed this job at This Nation. Of course, you know, Nene can't come. She is getting ready to head to Broadway. But anyway, they talk. And my thing about this is, look, y'all really need to get over it. It's like y'all have nothing better to do than talk about these women. Although I do find I have to correct, you know, Miss Nene Leakes when she goes and says that, you know, the reason why nobody wifed, you know, Claudia is because something's wrong with her. I bet to differ. Nobody wifed her because of those crocodile toes. Her toes are so freaking ratchet. People run away running. You know, nobody's gonna wife her with those feet. Sorry, that's what the problem is, Nene. Not anything mental. It's them feet. I'm sorry. So anyway, then we got Candy and Todd. Po Candy, y'all. The promoter has pulled out on the tour, so they have to call. You know, they have to cancel the tour. And you know, Todd tells her, you know, the promoter does not have the financial backing to continue on with the tour, so we have to cancel. And Candy is feeling some type of way because, you know, she had a lot of people quit their job. A lot of people are relying on this gig. And she just feels bad because usually, you know, she don't rely on nobody else. She does everything herself. And, you know, she's crying like, but you don't understand. They're going to be looking at me. They're going to be looking at me. And he like, well, babe, you know, next time we'll do better because, you know, did you do a background check? Did, you know, had he even produced anything or put on any plays before? And she's like, are you serious right now, Todd? Are you serious? I'm sorry, y'all. Candy's cry face cracks me up. But I do get why she was getting defensive because it was like the last thing she needed to hear with this bad news is him kind of throwing her under the bus. Even though he wasn't, he was just saying we need to take this as a learning experience. You know, at this particular time, it just feels like he's throwing her under the bus. I mean, she'll take his criticism and definitely adhere to it, but right at this particular moment, she don't need to hear that. Like, you could have came at her with that, like, you know, a few weeks later, you know, because what he said was true, but all that right at that particular point was not necessary. And then we got Brandy and, about to call this man Brandy, y'all. That should tell y'all something. But anyway, we got Brandon and Kenya. They are talking about her new project, and it's called, like I said, as the twirl turns, you know, I still twirl, whatever. Anyway, she has tweaked the project a little bit because, you know, she realized that little shade fest was not going to get it. So her new script actually sounds pretty good. It's about a woman. She has 3 sisters and their trials and tribulations. And while she's telling Brandon about this, she tells him also that Roger Bob has been unavailable. And I want to be like, he's unavailable because your ideas freaking suck. And he does not want to be a part of a sinking ship. Anyway, that's all that happened with them. Side note, Kenya want to talk about how she's going with the Wind Fabulous But they had a business meeting in the coffee shop. What happened to her getting? She can't afford an office. She keep talking about she's looking for the right office. Boo boo, we don't take that much. I mean, come on now. You having these meetings in coffee houses? I'm gonna need you to upgrade yourself, baby. Anyway, then we got Claudia and Derek J. Basically, Derek J is over there because he is helping Claudia look, with a new look, because she is going to Cynthia's party that's being thrown by Ricky Smiley. She's like, we're all part of Ricky Smiley family. I'm going to go to show support. So, he's helping her, with a new look as far as her hair. And while they're doing that, he asks her, like, how are you really doing? I know things didn't go well in Puerto Rico. And her thing is, she doesn't understand, where Cynthia is coming, not Cynthia, sorry, where Portia is coming from. She doesn't understand why Portia is just so mean to her. She's like, it's okay for you to basically laugh at me, but when, I say something about you, it's a problem. And she's like, all I want to do is just be cordial and move on. And I kind of understand where Claudia is coming from. The more I look at Claudia, and put this down in the comments if you agree with me, but the more I look at Claudia and the more I hear her talk, she's really not here for the drama. Now, if you bring it to her, she'll give it to you, definitely. But her situation more is like, I want to be cordial and cool with everybody, but if you have a problem with me, I'm not just going to let you talk reckless to me, and I get it. So, I don't know, I'm kind of liking Claudia a little more and more each episode. So, anyway, then we got Candy. She's meeting up with her employees at the candy factory to talk about how the tour got canceled. And, she's crying again. And everybody's like, man, that's just such a shame. People quit their jobs and everything. And then they start making fun of Todd. And you know what? I just feel like they give Todd a bad rap. Yeah, he don't make as much money as Candy, but every chance they get, they like to stick it to Todd because, Candy, makes more money than him. And I think that's not cool because at the end of the day, he's a good guy. If I had a man like Todd who had money and was bringing something to the table, I would rock with him. So I totally get it. Like, it's not like he a bum on the street that don't got nothing to offer and he just coming to live off her. No, that's not the issue. He bring his own money in. It's just not as much as hers, but they are definitely a team. And you got to respect that. Anyway, then we got Claudia and Portia. Claudia arrives at Portia's party for the Ricky Smiley, for this nation. And, when she gets to the red carpet, Claudia's like, I'm just here to support Portia. We're all part of the Ricky Smiley family. I just want to show some love. And, she's there. She's sitting down. She's talking to other DJs. And it's clearly evident that Portia does not want hers there. So, anyway, they sit down and they talk. And really, Claudia just wants to know what the deal is. Why Portia is just basically so nasty to her. And Portia is like, I have the gift of discernment. So when people, when I have a feeling that I shouldn't be associated around people, then I just don't associate with them. And, she's just acting like she can't be bothered and all this stuff. And I'm like, Portia, you taking this way too far. Okay, yeah, she called you out about dating a married man. But who cares? Like, you are taking this way too far. Like, you are just, like, really on edge for no reason. Like, you don't want to mess with her just because she said you was dating a married man. Oh, well, get it how you live. Own your shit. I mean, that is just uncalled for. Like I said, I'm liking Claudia more and more because she don't got time for the drama. Like, she just wants to know why there's a problem. And like she said, it's okay for you to call me a whore, but when I throw it back in your face that you dating a married man, there's a problem. Now you don't want to fuck with me, but I'm still trying to be cordial with you, and you call me a flat out whore. What's the deal? And I get it. It's just like, Portia, I get it, but calm down. Take it down 1,000. And at least try to get to know her. Y'all don't got to be BFFs or nothing, but all this, like, you don't want to be bothered, like you just know that she out to get you, like you know she just a vindictive person. No, get to know her just a little bit and see what she's about before you just automatically just be so dismissive of her and just talk reckless to her. That's why she gonna keep coming for you, because you just really out of control. And then the last thing, Portia's, and sorry, I'm about to call this lady Portia. Phaedra is at home, and Pastor Regina, aka Phaedra's mother, comes to the house. And they talking about Apollo, and Phaedra tells her mother that, he's been acting really crazy. He done punched holes in the wall. He been out drinking. And, I just don't know what to do. And I kind of get Apollo's anguish, because he probably feel like Portia. Why am I calling her Portia? Y'all, what is wrong with me? They are nothing alike. Like, what? Anyway, so Phaedra has really been treating Apollo like shit. Like, she don't want shit to do with him. It's possible she won't even bring the kids to see him. So he's upset, and he gotta go to jail, which that's on his own, of course. So I really don't feel sorry for him about that. But all this other stuff, I can understand his anguish. And Pastor Regina, she tells her, look, you need to get out of here, because I refuse to bury my daughter. You are my daughter, and those are my grandchildren, and we just need to get out of here. And I'm like, you know what? I get it. You're her mother. And I do feel like that there are times when parents need to intervene, especially when there's an abusive relationship. But this is not an abusive relationship. This is just a man that's very frustrated. He's not going to do nothing to Phaedra, nor to those kids. So for you to be like, oh my God, I'm not going to bury my child or my grandchildren, we need to go. I don't know. It may be a little bit much. That's just my opinion. I mean, like I said, I understand when you're dealing with somebody who's in an abusive relationship, but as far as we know, he's never put his hands on her. And she never told her mom, as far as we've seen. So I don't know. I just think that it's just a lot of non-communication. He out there being turned up, and she don't even want to communicate. So it's bad on both their parts. That's why this is going on. But anyway, y'all, next Sunday is my birthday. But don't worry, y'all will get a review. I don't know what shape I'm going to be in, so pray for me that I don't be a drunken mess when I give y'all this review. But y'all definitely will have a review for next week. I'm going to be turned up, but I'm going to catch my Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to tape it. Anyway, y'all, till next time, peace and love. Mwah. Bye.